Now, let's talk more about the girl child and women empowerment as we cross live to Abuja, where international TV host and founder of a women's foundation, Clara chizoba joins us live. Good morning, Clara. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Now, educating the girl child is key, and as you know, as an educated woman, we need to have the required skills set to excel at work. Now, what has your experience been so far in this regard?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said, hello, Clara, can you hear me? Now, I said that educating the girl child is, of course, key. Now, of course, as an educated woman yourself, you know that we need to have the required skill sets to excel at work. Now, what has your experience personally been in this regard?
I think that, of course, the education is the key to, the growth of girl child in our society. But, of course, it's very important to have the basic need to move on with it, or basic skills. And most families do not have what it takes to actually take their children to the next level or to educate them. But that is why my foundation in clarachizobakronborg and in my talk show, womensworldshow, we make sure to send the children, some of the children back to school, establish some of the skilled women to start up their own business. But of course, they have to be skilled because most of those people, they're amazing. They know what they want. They actually have all it takes, but they do not have the resource. So that is what we provide through womensworldshow and through my foundation, clarachizobakronborg Foundation. And being that I for one had the difficulty to actually go through school on my own. It was really very challenging, and that is why this is a thing of passion to me.
Interesting that you share that with us, skill acquisition. Well, talk to us about your experience now in helping women actualize their dreams, just like you did yourself via empowerment programs.
Yes, my experience so far has really been amazing. Well, in my talk show again, womensworldshow, we have this segment that is making up entrepreneurs, whereby we find those skilled girls and give them what it takes to actually start up their own business. For example, people that are fashion designers, they are working in fashion house, they really dream to be a woman of their own or to start up their own business. So we actually provide industrial machines, fund, capitals, and all that to start up. And that is why we say we teach women how to fish instead of giving them fish. You know, it's better to tell you how to get it yourself than giving you money every month, like most people request for through social media or something. Oh, ma, I have this. Oh, ma, I need that. So it's better for me to actually provide you with the necessary tools that you need to establish this thing yourself, and you don't have to come back asking for it again. So yes, that we do through womensworldshow and my foundation, clarachizobakronborg.
Now, Clara, I have to say that I am super excited to have you on the show this morning talking about this because, you know, the empowerment of women right now is something that we are talking about, especially here in Nigeria. As we know, International Women's Day was earlier on this month. So this is the narrative that we need to be pushing right now. African women need to be educated, they need to be in school, and we need to have the correct skill sets to do what we need to do. Now, as you know, especially because you are one, the average African woman is extremely strong and wants to work, but unfortunately, opportunities are limited sometimes. Now, a lot of the times people have to decide to go on their own and start their businesses. I'm talking about entrepreneurship. Now, what are the difficulties in this regard and how best do you think it can be tackled? Because you're an entrepreneur yourself, Clara, so you can help us educate all the women out there and let them know exactly what they need to expect when it comes to entrepreneurship.
Well, I need them to understand. I need them to understand that it's quite challenging to be an entrepreneur, even though, it's one thing to give you the tools that you need to start up your own business. It's another thing for you to actually push it to the next level. But that is why I tell them and I teach them that it takes minimum 3 years to actually stand a successful business. But what it takes is consistency, and it takes continuous push. That is consistency, of course, and perseverance. Push and push. And honestly, there's going to be a lot of no's, but I tell them, stick to the 1 year that you're looking for, and that is what it is, because believing in yourself is what really matters. When you present what you have to someone with everything in you, once you know that you got it, you have to first of all believe in you, find who you are, and accept, this is me, and I can do this. So no matter how many no's you get, it will turn out to be your motivation. And that we do, again, through the show, Women's World Show, and my foundation. And I really hope that women will learn to be comfortable in their own skills and accept themselves the way they are. If you are in the pursuit to be an entrepreneur, you just have to be prepared. It's not easy. But first of all, if you don't have the fund, you can as well start a little work and grow your own little business by the side until you're able to raise a small capital to push on. Never leave what pays your daily bills to pursue what doesn't pay yet. That is my own advice to young women out there that dreams to be an entrepreneur.
Clara, the theme for this year's International Women's Day is #Balance for Better. Now, you are collaborating with lots of female entrepreneurs, organizations, and even companies, which actually help to women to actualize their dreams. Can you take us through some of these?
Yes, absolutely. Balance for better, because women, well, I say in the long term, it has been like women are fighting each other. There's this thing that we tend to be scared that the next woman will be stronger than we are or will be better in the business, and we hide our secret to success. But with time, this balance for life is that we can actually be, for me anyways, we can actually be together, and we all can succeed. I can share my tip of who I called, how I did this, the very steps I've taken to be where I am, you know, and still carry you along. Even though we are in the same line of business, we can all succeed. So I think that thing of everybody, women opening up themselves and helping each other, supporting each other, empowering each other, you know, elevating each other in our various ways is really very important, because it makes it easier actually when a lot of women are together and we are stronger, you know, we are much stronger, we can do a lot. So it's very important for us to open up to others and give them tips. Why not? So, you know, we all can succeed.
You know, it's interesting when you talk about the whole #Balance for Better, because, you know, when you think about balance for better, as a woman, we are multifaceted individuals, and it can be challenging sometimes trying to balance the family with your career and your business and everything else that you're doing. Now, Clara, you in particular, you're an international TV host. Now, how have you used this platform to empower women? And most importantly, how do you balance your life, you know, with your commitments and your business and your amazing career?
Yeah, that's a very pretty good question, because it's really challenging. I have to be sincere to myself and to any woman watching this, because I can actually tell you that sometimes I just want to say, oh my God, I can't do this. But I look at my family, I look at my husband, I look at my child, and I get really motivated even more to keep pushing on. And I just, what I do basically is that I prioritize. I focus, okay, in the morning I have to do that, My family always comes first, no matter what. I focus on them, and then it happens that in the night time, this is the honest truth, is actually my working time. So in the middle of the night, I'm doing all the things, some of the things I'm supposed to do during the daytime, and reply all my mails and to follow up and all of that. So it's really challenging. That's the whole point. But the end mate is that, for me, I think it's about prioritizing and finding a way to work around with what really, things that you believe in. It's rough, but above all, I actually have to mention that men, it depends on the kind of man you are with, your husband or your partner. If the person is really very supportive, they will understand your drive, your dream, your goal. So they actually are supporting you and being your partner in this process. So it makes it quite easier because I have a very supportive husband who understands that, oh, I have to take the next flight to Frankfurt or the next flight to Paris or whatever, you know, for a meeting, a quick meeting, and back again, and the child has to stay home. So these are the things, and I encourage any woman out there to actually, before you get into will I say marriage or you know, a lifetime journey with someone or any man, you have to make sure that he understands your dream and your goals and your desire. He believes in it, and you people can be partners, not just husband and wife. It goes beyond it. So yes.